Welcome to Riverbend Talent on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Another Thursday night, another Riverbend Talent on the Big Z, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company and by Mr. Matt Van Vorst of Sexy Shirts and Attire. Oh, Macias Insurance. I'm sorry, I misread that. Tonight, Sea Shanty Sing-Along underway down at Morrison's Irish Pub, Everhart and Light, doing their residency at the Shea, Maryland. In Alton, open mic at the Conservatory, 7:30 scheduled. Midwest Avenue, 6 to 10 at Fast Eddie's, Cash Goatin. Up at George's Pub and Grill in Jerseyville until 9 o'clock. Schaefer and Symes, 6 to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. Blake Foltz, 9 o'clock at the Backstage Bar and Patio in Edwardsville. And he's going to be following up Graham Bonnet this evening, who is playing at the Wild E Theater in Edwardsville with special guest Marco Mendoza, fresh off the Vi Satriani tour. And Graham Bonnet, of course, the guy who played with Richie Blackmore, Steve Vai, and Yngwie Malmsteen. How about that lineup of guitar players? Yeah, it's true, Big Man.
Was that Yngwie J. Malmsteen? Because I don't want to mix him up with a different Yngwie Malmsteen. So hold on, who all did he play with there?
He played in Rainbow. With
Richie Blackmore.
Right. And then he started his own band, Alcatraz. Yngwie was a guitar player in that band. Unknown Yngwie J. Malmsteen. And then Steve Vai replaced him.
Yeah. Wow.
So, guy knows guitar players, apparently.
Yeah.
Also tonight, Jeff Chapman and Kent Lemon down at Deutz Village Inn until 11. Rewind out at Prairie and Dorsey. And open mic with Spencer McDowell up at Mississippi Culture in Staunton tonight. And once again, reminding everyone that Rock the Hops is coming up August 9th, and they're looking for venues, artists, sponsors, and bands. So rockthehop.alton.com is where you want to go if you want to get involved with Rock the Hops. And I think it'd be a good idea. Big Ben, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it'd be a fine idea. I want to mention before we move on, though, the Prairie Inn in Dorsey.
Yeah, the golf carts.
Went out there, what was it, Monday night for the first time.
You take your golf cart?
I did not take my golf cart. My daughter was inducted into the National Honor Society, so my wife made me put on like big boy pants.
No.
And so after it was over, she said, "Let's go out to eat," and that was one of the only places on a Monday night having live music.
Yeah. Good choice.
Was Danny Callagher was out there.
Okay.
Great, but huge stage out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, Dorsey's got like 3 businesses.
Yeah.
This is one of 3. Like, there's Bertle's Lawn Sales.
Right.
I had no idea how big of a stage and a huge outdoor eating area out there. So had a good time. Sounded great. Danny was great, and the food was good. So there you go.
Wow.
I say go to the Prairie and Dorsey, people. I don't know.
You endorse Dorsey?
I endorse Dorsey.
That's good.
Yeah, and they sold us a 6-pack as we were leaving. I mean,
wow,
you gotta love that.
Yeah, they're used to golf carts, so doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, well, next time I'm taking my golf cart. I don't care how long of a drive it is. So hey, you know what it's not a long drive to do?
No, well, you tell me.
To meet Porch Cafe if you've never met them, because they're right here, right inside of your ears if you're listening to the radio.
They got a new guy.
What's that?
They got a new guy who we know, actually.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
We can't talk about how well I know him. Not on a family show like this. Nah, poor Preston. He's over here like, shut up, dude. Yeah, we...
yeah.
So yeah, a new member to the band Porch Cafe, by the way, hanging out in the studio with us this evening. Going to talk about all of the great things that they've been up to and that they have coming up. But yeah, Preston, you've been on the show before.
Yeah. This thing, my 3rd time, I would say. Yeah.
Did different bands.
Different bands.
Different bands.
Yes.
Different situation.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you were the eye candy at the last band.
Yeah.
You don't have it going on in this one, man. Sorry.
It's Jason.
Absolutely not.
He's a handsome man. It's Jason. I would say it's the whole band by looking at you. Good-looking group.
We are a good-looking group.
Good-looking group. You take Brent out of the situation, and you guys are awesome. Poor Brent. He's on his second vacation in a row. He can take some jabbings.
Yeah.
I know. It's time for him to come back.
So how long ago did you join Porch Cafe?
I filled in for them around like November and December, but I think January was like the first official like gig as part of the team. So
nice. All right. Well, and so how did it all come about? Tell me, Olivia Levi. Miss Olivia Levi. Just other drummer needing some time in the beginning, so you had to fill in for a minute.
Yeah, our former drummer Tino had some like physical injuries, and he had to do physical therapy for a long time, and so he didn't know if he would be able to.
Right.
So he needed to take some time back, and so he and I had talked, and he was like, I don't know how long, because he had to do physical therapy for a long time. So he's like, go ahead and start looking for another drummer. So then we found Preston through a mutual music friend who was like, hey, I think he might be great for your band. I think he might be looking for a band. So, and I don't remember who reached out to who. Maybe Jason and Preston talked at first. I don't remember. But
I don't remember either.
But boom, there it is.
That's all right. The story we're going to report is that Jason found him on Tinder or something.
Perfect. Great for headlines.
He's a drummer. Swipe right. So that I was ready to stir up a band fight. That drummer, he just no. That always a bummer to hear.
Yeah, it was it was sad.
It doesn't happen as often as it does in like football, but it does happen in music. Yeah, I actually had a friend get into in Rolling Stones magazine for an injury on stage. It was last year, and they do a crazy dance bit where he's jumping up and down, and he went down and pulled his hamstring, and they had some great pictures of him finishing the show, just kind of laying there. That actually one of them made it into Rolling Stone magazine. Got him a better deal on guitar sponsorship. Every little bit counts, bro. Anyway, that is a bummer to hear that. But welcome to the Porch Cafe family. See, yeah. How you like it on the porch?
I'm loving it. It's a really awesome experience and opportunity just to play with these well-rounded musicians. So
I'm gonna start up a Porch Cafe cover band called the Stoop Diner. I don't know. I got nothing. See, I told you I had buckets of nothing before we started the show.
That's pretty much how I came up with the name Porch Cafe. I got nothing. I was like,
You guys were having some beignet and cafe on the porch,
right,
picking and grinning.
So sophisticated.
So what all have you been up to since our last meeting?
What have we been doing?
Playing and playing and playing, I'm sure.
We finished out the end of the year playing and playing and playing. And then usually every year for us, January to like March is our off season, so we can learn new material.
Oh, nice.
Because we carry in some of our same material into the following year, but we like to have a lot of, at least a set's worth of new material, different genres. But this downtime has been longer than normal because Brent won't come home for a vacation.
Hey, he's off in Scotland learning how to play Highlander music, I understand.
Hopefully he'll make it by May 10th, right? Because that's the next show, right? Franchise and Wood River.
He will be back this Sunday.
He's going to be painted up like Braveheart, though. It's going to be weird. No.
Better bring me some chocolate.
So he was in Scotland and then came back and just had to run to Florida real quick.
Yeah.
Because, I get it.
Why not?
I get it.
Well,
Yeah.
Florida's
I would
nice.
too if I could.
That's all his vacations, though, that he gets for the rest of this year.
cut it
No
off.
personal days, no mental health days.
Sick
You're
days,
done, buddy.
Nothing. I'm just teasing.
Oh, man, he's going to be calling off for maternity leave. I need 6 weeks, man. So you guys, what you got coming up here in the future? What's your next big show you got going on? You got the franchise, as he said.
Yes.
Yeah, we have franchise.
That kind of kicks your season back in.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
much.
think next month this month
Yeah.
we have 4 shows coming up. Franchise, and these probably are not in order. Drop In. Well, the old Drop In's
Yeah.
Beagle at the Junction now, and then Regal, Beagle, and Baker's and Hale.
Almost in order. The last
Yeah.
2 flip-flopping.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So then it kind of just starts going from there, and it's going to be.
Cool. So the Drop In. I have not dropped into the Drop In many a moon. Do they have it set up inside, or is there an outdoor setup for the band?
I am not sure because they
okay.
have been doing some remodeling, so I'm not.
And it's no longer called the Drop In, you say?
Right, it's Beagle at the Junction.
Oh.
A.K.A. Regal Beagle.
I gotcha. Okay. So
So this will be our first time there. It'll be my first time there ever,
okay.
and it's going to be pretty remodeled. So I'm looking forward to checking it out.
Well, and that's just it. I was kind of picturing it 10 years, 20 years. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while. Let's see. I think Roosevelt was president the last time. No.
I've seen some photos. It looks really nice.
It does look really
And
nice.
I remembered having a big area inside, like a big I don't know, banquet hall type room, if I remember right. But I was like, man, I always thought if they put a stage outside, you could probably blast out there pretty late. There's not a whole lot going on in that area. Not a lot of neighborhood. I think there's that one Eagle's Nest neighborhood. But anyway, good to hear that they're having bands. I'm
Yeah.
getting off track. I don't know where I am
Looking
anymore.
forward to it.
Awesome to hear anytime a new place is having music. So the Beagle
At the Junction.
at the Junction.
Yeah.
There you go. Conjunction Junction, what's your function?
Function. Yeah.
Oh,
I never dropped in there.
a little redneck looking joint called the Drop In. I don't know. I haven't heard that
Sounds
song
like a
from
soda can. Like
it's the new, it's the new do, right?
yeah, pretty much.
They got that double do, right? That's got twice the soda and twice the caffeine. But I'm watching my weight, so I drink the diet double do. It's just got the regular amount. I don't know if that helps or not. I'm just trying to follow what's going on here, people. So we are talking to Porch Cafe. In addition to, we've been making fun of Brent a little bit, just because we can.
Good for him.
Another member missing in action is your brother.
Will Levi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
William Levi, he's known as. He was a prophet and a poet.
His name is Will.
So there's like an inside thing there. Growing up, he was called Billy. Well, he never wanted to be called Billy. So anytime I'm like, oh, hey, Billy, Jason's always like, his name is Will. I'm like, sorry.
I'm going to get him a T-shirt and everything.
My name's Will. right across.
His will be named? I don't know. And a lot of kids named William get called Billy as they're a kid. And then a lot of them end up just losing the Y in their Bill, but not Billy Joel. He's sticking with it.
I think Billy,
it's cool.
I think Billy is a great name, especially for like a guitarist.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's got that Billy the Kid feel. Like
It does.
You're a six lane.
Kind of rock and roll rogue. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I can get down on that. Hey, Billy, play me some guitar. Guitar. So, in addition to your brother, who is in the band, your dad used to be in that. Was an original member
He was.
of the Porch Cafe. It was actually his porch that the cafe was on. I don't know if that's true.
That's not true.
I don't know if that's true. But he, previous to that, he was in Flip the Frog. Now, again, a frog flipper.
Yep, flipping frogs again.
Yep,
They're calling it their bad behavior tour. But if you know my dad.
Listen, you have to display good behavior for us to distinguish between. Otherwise, it's just behavior, bro. At this point, at least that's the way it's been explained to me over and over again. And that's the whole of the band, right? Everyone that we have mentioned, excellent, because I don't want to miss anybody except maybe Brent, purposely.
Who's on vacation.
Two
Still.
vacation
Still.
dose. Yeah.
You're missing him, I can tell.
I know.
I'm missing him too.
Well, I have fond memories of him.
I can tell.
Me and him first held hands in the back of a U-Haul in 1986. No.
That's pretty close to truth. For you, that's as close to truth as you can get.
It might not have been the whole truth and nothing but the truth, but I think the decade was right for sure. So, it was somewhere in the 80s. Good times. So yeah, man, Porch Cafe. If you look, so there's a lot of bands that we have on here, and Jason MCATEE is not just is a handsome man, as Preston has once stated, but one of the fine musicians. You played in quite a few bands around the area through the years. Currently, just in this band.
What do you mean, just in this band?
Are you playing with some other bands? Well, no, I'm saying, are you? I mean, only. Nah, yeah. Just a strong language. I get it, man.
He's got his own website.
I do.
Jason MCATEE.
It's a little outdated, but I do.
Yeah. JasonMcAtee .porn? No, I don't know.
Remember?
What is it? Sorry, Jason. What is it for real? JasonMcAtee.com. So wow, you beat all the other Jason McAtees. I thought it was going to be Jason McAtee Music or
real deal.
You're on top of it. Most people got to invent a new name to, my name is Spiegeldorf. Your own website.
Remember Pigpenny was in the Sold Out Quartet.
Oh, yeah.
That toured the country.
Yeah. Which weirdly enough didn't sell out one show. No.
Never heard that before.
Right.
That last time.
I did.
Just can't help yourself.
I'm a one-trick pony. There's no doubt about it. Half-trick, whatever. I didn't mean to say just in this band. I mean, are you currently only?
This is my main priority band.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well,
I thought you were like Preston, one of these jump around guys. Every couple of years, got.
You got something to tell us?
Yeah. So all right.
Somebody needs a drummer.
Yeah. Everybody needs.
I need the drummer.
Okay. See?
Not just a drummer, but a solid one.
Yes.
There you go.
Professional drummer.
So because I got one of those monkeys with the cymbals, and it doesn't even. It's just distracting to me. I can't even play. I just look at it. That monkey's cool. So you guys got the biggest show that I know of that you guys put on yourself that we talked about last year. That just. Maybe I get confused because I get my facts mixed up because I make up most things as I go along. I like to it makes life easy.
It's a festival now.
The Bud Summer, I was going to say it was the Bud Summers memorial show, but now it is turned into a festival.
Right. It's Porch Cafe Music Festival in honor of Bud Summers.
In honor of Bud Summers. So there you go. And this will be how many years going on that? 5 years. Nice.
Wow. Math.
This will be Porch's second year being a part of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you had been holding it up. I'm like, to hold up anything for that long.
This was him and a couple close friends, and then I joined last year to turn it into the festival.
Gotcha. And that's what I was gonna until he said it turned into a festival. That made me I kept going, man, now I know they do a festival, but they also do the Bud Summers, and we
merged forces.
You merged it all into one. And last year we had you on previous to it talking about it. And tell us how did the last year's play out for you?
I thought it went great.
Yeah, I think it was our best one.
Which is what you're shooting for, yeah.
Every year get bigger and bigger and better. We had a great time last year.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know how hands-on it all is with you guys putting it all together, but I know for me throwing festivals every year, you would learn something. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean necessarily every year it gets easier because there are things that can, play a part of it, weather, venue changes, things like this that throw a hiccup in it. But every year, even if it was a tough year, I would learn what not to do.
There's been a lot of those. Sure.
It's a lot to put one of these on.
Absolutely, and I don't think a lot of people who have just attended them and not paid attention understand exactly how much goes into putting on a festival, even a one-day multi-band festival, you know, let alone when you get into some of these, you know, you see the big play. I baffle at it, but they all got money. You know, when you see like Bonnaroo, you're like, how do you pull that off? Oh yeah, you got millions of dollars. Okay. But I assume that like me, you guys are very hands-on, where it all sort of falls back. There's not a lot of, well, let's pay these people to do the decorating.
We are the decorators.
Exactly. And you know, like you put it, you have to put it all together, nuts and bolts, from getting the bands, getting, you know, vendors, getting the PA set up.
It's a year-long undertaking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, kudos to you for it, because I understand. I've been there too, and I'm excited about the idea that you merged in with a festival. Even though we have many festivals around here, this one's kind of special because of the connection with Bud Summers, and Bud played music here decades. I don't remember, because I don't remember what we were just talking about, Bud. And did you played music with Bud, right?
Yeah, actually, my dad played music with him in the 90s. They were in a band called the Stingers. It was Bud, my dad, William, and Rob McDonald. And so I knew Bud when I was like 2 years old.
Yeah, okay. I remember that you were connected with him. For some reason, I thought you actually played with him.
I did later on, when I actually picked up music.
Yeah, I remember he rebelled against music as a youth.
Oh.
And played baseball.
I didn't rebel, but I didn't pursue it. Maybe I rebelled a little bit.
A little bit.
I heard that whole Eastbound and Down, Kenny Powers, was based on your life. I don't know. No?
We used to do that song.
We did used to do that song.
A little Jerry Reed, man.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Now, okay. So do you know? Can you translate that in trucker talk?
I can give it my best shot.
I mean, eastbound goes without saying. You're heading east.
Uh-huh.
And down. That just means I'm still listening, but I'm not talking in trucker talk, in CB talk, see? Educational show, bro.
I do that all the time, really.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
People are voyeurs on CBs, too. It's crazy. I'm not going to say
Have you
anything.
ever,
I'm just going to listen.
Preston, have you ever seen a CB?
I don't even know what that is. Or is it the like walkie-talkie for the truckers?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
CBD oil. It's good for my...
I keep forgetting how young he actually is.
Yeah.
I mean, he dresses like a full-grown man.
Yeah.
I tried.
I think it's very dapper, and I really like your style.
Thank you.
Dapper Dan, you are, but I didn't really hit me exactly how young of a guy I was looking at till you said, "Have you seen a CB?" And I looked over and went, "Oh, he can't even buy his own drinks yet, can he?"
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
well, you can't rent a car, so don't get smart.
Although I want to say the first time he was on, fresh out of high school, or maybe still in high school.
In high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and like I say, I kind of forget that because I forget everything, except what time dinner served. No, I forget that too. Have you ever seen a CB? Now, I feel old, too. I suddenly... This guy was talking eastbound and down. I don't know, some jibber-jabber language.
I don't know that.
That is hilarious. So you guys play some Jerry Reed. You make him play Jerry Reed with you?
No, I don't think so.
We don't do it anymore. We got requested to do it at a private party 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so we did it, and they really liked it, so we kept it around for that year and then replaced it with new stuff.
Yeah. Well, you said how you like to circle the wagons there.
I want to play the same thing over and over and over. I mean,
Right.
some of our classic staples that, like, Porch is kind of known for doing, I'll keep those in, but then I like to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
All right, enough teasing. Tell us some new stuff that you guys have whipped up and probably are going to play on May 10th at the franchise in Wood River.
Well, yeah, I guess you have to come and find out.
No. We're going to keep teasing.
I don't remember what we did.
We have added Africa by Toto.
Oh.
One of These Nights by the Eagles.
Okay.
Pink Pony Club by Chapel Roan. I feel like I'm drawing a blank. We have we added It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls, which we do pretty good for 5 of us.
The crowd loves that.
Oh yeah, that's all that's playing in my head now.
Oh, The Chain, Fleetwood Mac.
Jane by Jefferson Starship.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a ripper right there.
That's just a handful of them, but yeah, we've added almost a set worth. Yeah.
That made the vocals on Jane.
That's Mickey, ain't it?
Yeah. Little Mickey Bale in there. Oh man.
Not Mickey Dolenz.
Mickey Dolan.
Or Mickey Mouse.
It's a 6-foot rat. Scarier than you think, man. Oh, Mickey Dolenz.
Hey, I'm a believer.
Have you ever heard of the Monkees, Preston?
Yes, I have. I know their hits. I don't
mean the animal, bro. Man, that's great. Hey, so we're talking with Porch Cafe, and they have several gigs we've been talking about coming up. We don't remember what order, but Baker's and Hale's one of them.
Yeah, we got May 10th at Franchise in Wood River. And then May 17th, the Dewdrop Inn, now known as Beagle at the Junction. Then May 23rd, that's a Friday at Baker's and Hale. And then May 31st at Roper's, Regal Beagle. We got June 20th at Fast Eddie's. How about that? Yeah. Fast Eddie's getting some different bands in there, and now they got a good one in there.
Oh, yeah.
Porch Cafe.
Yeah.
So it's
like the Mob opened the books, finally after all these years, bands can get in Fast Eddie's.
And then they'll be playing the big stage out at the Prairie Inn on June 21st.
Nice.
It's a 5 o'clock start. The 24th.
I would suggest getting the whitefish, the Alaskan cod. It was delicious.
Ooh.
The 24th, they'll be tall, very tall, 8'11". Oh. They're playing Rockin' with Robert concerts.
I don't remember that gig.
Those are fun. I went up and checked one of those out. It's like a Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah, the Rockin' Robert concert series are fun.
Yeah, everyone brings their lawn chair out. It's a beautiful little park there to sit and listen to some Porch Cafe.
If I was you, I would learn the song Rockin' Robin, but you just change Rockin' Robert. Rockin' Robert. Tweet, tweet, tweet.
You can do the tweets.
Oh, okay.
June 28th at the VFW. That's the Alton VFW. And then July, booked solid, 2 days. July 18th at Baker's and Hale. And then on the 19th at the Shipman Picnic. Now, that's big time.
There you go.
You get the Shipman Picnic, man. You're moving right up the ladder. For sure, that's a party. Everybody from Shipman will be there.
All 25 of them.
Yeah. I remember some happening places in Shipman back in the
Exactly.
day. The Crystal Ballroom or something like that it was called. There was a couple little happening spots back in Shipman. Back when me and Brent used to hang out.
Back before he went on vacation.
They'll be back at the VFW on August 16th, and then the Pump House on August 23rd down in Wood River. And then Grafton Music in the Park. They've got all the killer shows. August 28th for Grafton Music in the Park.
Nice.
Then back to Roper's Regal Beagle on the 30th. September 19th, Baker's and Hale. And then September 20th at Third Shoot Bar and Grill. Is that the Alton one? Grafton, okay. I've been wanting to check out a show there. It doesn't seem like that big a place. Where do they play there? Probably outside.
The 3rd floor.
I was going to say all the way up top is what I'm picturing, because it's about the only place that would have any room, because I don't think there's a bar all the way up top, if I remember right. But that's the Key West of the Midwest, man.
So then, let's see, the 27th again at Fast Eddie's. I'm trying to get down to the big festival here, which is scheduled for October 12th.
Yeah.
The Porch Cafe Music Festival in honor of Bud Summers. Any bands lined up for that yet?
Still in the works.
Still in the works? Yep. So if people want to get in on that, they might want to come to a Porch Cafe show and get to be your buddies.
Yeah.
Right.
Come out and see us.
Because that's down on the riverfront, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody gets to play down there.
No.
So.
No.
pretty cool opportunity.
It is a huge stage. If anybody is asked to play down there, and I go walk around it one time, and I mean
It is
you
huge.
could park 2 semi trucks across that thing and still have room for an orchestra. It's monstrous, but it is a cool little setup down there, and we got more and more. It seems like that's popping. There were so many years it seemed like it just kind of sat there as a monument to whatever. And
To nothing. Yeah.
I would salute it often going by it, but over the past couple of years, more and more things popping down there.
Mississippi Earth Tones back down there.
Yep, a Mississippi River Fest now down there
That's
last
right.
year, coming back.
And did you hear who's coming? One of your favorites of all time.
Who?
Blackberry Smoke.
No, really?
Whoa, you're ain't you?
I should have seen that one coming.
Yeah,
With Field opened up, did about a month or two opening up for them, so it doesn't surprise me that they made a connection. That's cool that they're bringing them here.
They are playing in Dallas, Texas this weekend.
Field?
Yeah, they're all
Nice.
over the place.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing at some like guitar festival or something. I want to say it's
I think it's like
Saturday.
a Gibson guitar, something like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
really neat.
That's cool. That's cool.
So yeah, and of course they toured with Blackberry Smoke for a short time.
Yeah, they spent a couple months on tour with them, I think, opening up for them. Pretty sweet gig. So,
That's
there you go.
Saturday, by the way. I just found it. So
What is it?
Saturdays when they're playing down at the International Guitar Festival in Dallas, Texas. Well, I don't know if it's Dallas. It just says Texas, so not sure. Maybe it's like the whole state.
Somewhere down there, yeah.
The whole state of Texas.
Should be easy to find.
Right?
Just type it into your GPS.
I would think it would be Austin, but
Might be.
I might be calling that wrong. For some reason, I was Gibson. I feel like they're connected to Austin somehow.
I did see that one of the bands that plays at the festival in honor of Bud Summers, Coping with Blue, they're playing this weekend at the Bondell Gallery in Wood River, the 27th annual artsy exhibit
Nice.
down there. So, well, shout out to those guys.
Yeah, they're a great band.
Saturday is when that show is. So,
I'd tell you I'd be in Austin,
sure.
Texas, but I don't know if that's for sure where it's at.
I'm sure Mr. Mondine will be back for the festival.
I'm sure he'll be there.
Yeah, you got to have him in there.
Selling hot dogs.
Yeah, what does he do?
Please be nice and set my guitar up for me. You do such a good job.
So there you go. Pretty busy schedule, and I guess you got some openings there. So you guys going to book some more, or are you going to keep it about like that?
Well, we're actually in the process of becoming a Heart tribute band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it would be Heart or Porch Cafe Heart tribute. So like when we do shows for Heart, we would open up for ourselves, which is kind of cool.
That is a cool idea.
So that's in the works, but we're hoping to have the whole show put together by the fall.
Okay, so you're going to get a female guitar player?
Well, we'll have to see.
Okay. Livia, you been practicing?
No, we have my brother.
Look,
You can put a wig on.
Picture Jason in drag. You know, he'll go crazy on you, man.
I was just thinking, can you imagine him in a wig playing the intro to Crazy on You?
That's a cool intro, though.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, so you guys have been practicing some hard already, or?
We know about, what, five, 6 songs already? Mm-hmm. And then we start rehearsals for that,
On the 15th.
yeah, a couple weeks.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Same unit?
same unit.
Okay.
So, see, they're double dipping, man. They're getting paid as both bands.
Hey,
Hey, you're right.
Yeah, we got an opening band too. They need paid, bro. They're
Make the
good.
check out to Olivia Levi, both of them. Thank you.
I see what you're doing, man.
Yeah, and actually, Preston put the list together.
Yeah, it was really cool to just kind of figure out, what the most popular songs are and just kind of like
All
what
right.
people would expect.
So we're gonna do all the hard songs except These Dreams. What About Love? Crazy
Hey,
on
80s
You.
Heart?
No, we're
They
not doing
came-
any of those.
No, they came back and
We're doing deep cuts, bro.
Preston's like, no, we're doing it.
No, man.
Hades Heart, they brought them back because they were kind of going down.
Well, it wasn't that they were going down. The sisters needed a break, man. They had a little a little family time to get in, and now back on tour because these kids cost money. I don't know. It's just the way of the world, man.
Oh, yeah.
They took a step away from the grift, is what we like to. And they're like, we need money back to.
Well, what's cool is that they're still touring now. Like they're on a tour this summer, I believe.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
On you.
Look at that.
So that's a tough one to pick too. Like when you hear people pick different bands to cover, that's vocally a feat right there. So hats off. Except my hair's connected to it. You'll see how bald I am. So what else? We listed all those Porch Cafe gigs. What else is going on?
Oh, yeah. I need to talk about other things going on this weekend. Friday night, the acoustic potluck. They're breaking that out down at the Flock Food Truck Lot. Perfect place for an acoustic potluck from 6 to 9. The singer-songwriter showcase.
Okay, hold on. That has been moved to Saturday.
Oh, okay.
That is actually
Way to go, Pigpen.
All right.
And it's a psychedelic symphony. Last I seen, unless that's been changed.
Yeah, so it's the singer-songwriter showcase. It's going on down at Shea, Maryland's every Friday except this week.
Okay.
Moved to Saturday. This week, Psychedelic Symphony, getting out original stuff.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yep. So there you go.
Yeah, and a cool thing that Everhart and Light are doing, they're showcasing original music, which we can always have more of that.
Yep.
We got City Heat at the VFW. Got dueling pianos out at Baker's and Hale. We got instant replay at the Backstage Bar and Patio in Edwardsville. Scott Marlin and Scott Garber calling it Scott Squared from 6 to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. And Lanny and Julie at the Moose. We got those two. One of them's Caden Cruz. I figured that out. 7 to 11 at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. Joey Minor going to be playing Edley's from 5 to 8, and Dave Mendoza Band down at Deutz on Friday night in Pontoon Beach, and scruffy-looking Nerf Herder doing the Speakeasy from 6 p.m. to midnight, and he commented on the Pete Kreshak project video that we put out, and said they were good guys, so we can, trust the scruffy-looking Nerf Herder and know that, and we agree. They were nice guys.
Oh, yeah, man. Who's my Nerf Herder? You're my Nerf Herder.
That's right. But I put on his comment, we're going to have him on the show. So
yeah, absolutely.
Put a little feeler out for the Nerf Herder.
With the management don't like Nerf Herders talking on their mics, but, if he's scruffy looking enough like me, I guess they let it happen. No, that'd be cool, man. Come on in, Scruffy. Let's talk.
And then on Saturday we got wrestling.
I don't even know him.
We got wrestling back on Saturday at the Franklin Lodge.
Okay.
PW Epic from 6 to 9. Something about hot dogs and stuff. And handshakes or something. I don't know.
Hot dogs and handshakes.
I'm going to say that all night now.
The name of the first stag flick I started. Oh, I dated myself.
Got the Doppelganger firing it up from 7 to 11 at the Evangelical Eagle Fest at Evangelical School in Godfrey on Saturday, and Leadfoot out at Baker's and Hale on Saturday. Spencer McDowell doing Blue Stem Vodka from 4 to 7. And I mentioned the 27th annual artsy exhibit with Coping with Blue, noon to 2. There's a gig, 12 noon, at the Bondell Gallery in Wood River. So,
all right, unfamiliar with that one.
Grafton firing it up week prior to the Blues Festival next weekend. Not this, but next. Blues Festival up in Grafton. Scott and Carl at the loading dock. RHB acoustic at Grafton Winery. Backwood Burden at the pub from 2 to 6. Dan Spro 2 to 6 at Aries. Bob Gleason at the Bloody Bucket. And then Midwest Avenue out at the Holiday Shores Marina Bar. Tony G doing Sam's Last Chance in Edwardsville. And Rock Bottom. Where else? The Backstage Bar and Patio in Edwardsville. I'm surprised those guys can get out of their wheelchairs.
Derek Howard's rolling over in his grave right now. Oh, he's not dead. Too soon. I'm sorry, Derek. No, they've been a band for 20 years.
Exactly.
Man, I mean,
and we still haven't had them on.
it's hard to keep anything together that long.
We're waiting until the last show. Also going on Saturday, the Global Brew Spring Fest. Jake Baumgartner, 11 to 2. Mike Sonderegger, 3 to 6, and Rum Boogie, 6 to 9. That's at the City Park in Edwardsville. Case 44 at Deutz on Saturday, and the Music City Stones at the Mill in Granite City. What's that a tribute to?
To Music City.
You're right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Little
That's Stones,
just,
man.
Just some of the stuff going on. There's a Route 66 Fest with Spilly Nelson and Money Shot. Starts at 4. Where else? Route 66 Kickstand in Granite City on Saturday. Agent 99 out the Prairie Inn in Dorsey, where Porch Cafe is going to be playing this year for the golf carts. And I'm not seeing the date this fast, so I'll just have to stall a little bit. I must have to scroll. I can't scroll and talk at the same time. Come on.
I'm too busy swiping left to scroll.
Well, you can find out everything you want to know about Porch Cafe. They have a website.
We do.
PorchCafeMusic.com, right?
PorchCafeBand.com.
Band.com.
Yeah.
Can't see that far.
See, and instead of just saying you can find out anything about Porch Cafe at their website, you can find out anything at their website. Like anything. It's all there. Whatever you want to know.
No, that's Jason
I'm trying to build your
McAtee's.
website
Yeah,
up. People
build
might
it
be
up.
disappointed, but they're going to go.
I think Jason said last time he was here, you can find anything you want at my website. And you can go back and check the tape.
So far, he's right. I've been looking for stuff. It's all there. I've been trying to find things that aren't there. It's all there. Whew. It's crazy. Oh man. So there you go. That what else we got? Did that cover our? That cover our Friday?
We never can cover the whole thing. There's so much. Did I say Birds of Squalor's
no,
playing?
No, you did not say Birds of Squalor.
Yeah, they're playing over at the Red Flag.
Nice.
Spencer, you know. All right, Preston, you know how tough that is. Playing the Red Flag, yeah. Got to sell
That's
those
the show,
tickets,
yeah.
and
I
there's
don't
no
know how
place to
people do
sit.
that, but
You have to stand the whole time. At least last time I was
it's not
there.
my favorite venue.
Yeah.
But it was fun when I was a high
Definitely.
schooler.
Right. Definitely get to play your originals. That's what Birds of Squalor will be doing with White Rose, Shades in Blue, and Maya Mara.
All right, man. And also, as you mentioned earlier, Feel.
Yeah, I had to put that
International
on there.
Guitar Festival.
I've got the entire tour on the website just because it's fun to look down and see a local band touring
Oh, yeah.
around the country.
Absolutely. So, there you go.
NGK is playing down at Deutz Village Inn on Sunday.
Who's that?
NGK.
Ooh. You want some blues? That's what you want to go see, man.
Mm-hmm.
George Brock. Got them on the list. He's supposed to be bringing us some guests.
Yeah,
He
we're
always tells
supposed
me
to
he'll
talk
bring
to.
guests, and he shows up alone. I think he's a spotlight. I think he's hogging the spotlight. Come on, George. No,
Yeah, we're supposed to talk to nephew,
yeah, and he's supposed to bring nephew in next time. So
who's like got a bunch of history about the East St. Louis music scene, which we call the home of rock and roll. After doing our research,
somewhere between Washington Park and East St. Louis, rock and roll was spawned.
yeah.
And yeah, at least as near as my GPS can point.
So Heart Tribute is going to be called Porch Cafe Presents Heart.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to go with
Pretty
the Cottonmouth Black Sabbath thing.
Yeah,
Cottonmouth presents Black Sabbath. That way you plug both bands.
all right. I was thinking like, Badass Sisters or something.
And my brother in his wig.
That'd be good. That's perfect.
Right there.
Porch Cafe presents Badass Sisters.
My brother and his wig. That's what my biography should be called now.
People would never know.
You would never guess it was a
Yeah.
Melanie
Oh
Nielsen.
man,
So-
if you put it to a vote, that's got my vote so far.
I am not mad at it.
Any Heart on May 10th at the franchise in Wood River?
Yeah, there will be some heart songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Broken
Preston?
hearts.
Which one you guys playing? From the 80s, probably, is what you're
Yeah,
Barracuda.
from the 80s. Alone. That's one of my favorites, I would say, that we're playing. And then I do name one more, Barracuda.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a ripper right
Yeah,
there,
it is.
man. I mean,
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have nothing going on that day, come out, see some Barracuda and Alone. That's all you need to see, you know?
the rest is filler. No.
No.
So since your guitar player is still on vacation, does someone else get to pick the set list and then just confuse him that night and make him tap dance?
Oh, he would love
We
that.
should do that. Absolutely.
thinking-
I'm
Mess with
changing
him.
the whole set, Brent Allen.
Gonna open up with permanent vacation.
Remember, because he's got that model amp and he changes all the settings for all the different
yeah.
songs, so he got to come up with the set list so he knew what to do.
Just hand him a fake set list at least at first. Be
Like this.
Tom Waits. We're opening with Tom Waits.
We learned it while you were gone.
Miles Davis.
We didn't tell you?
Bitches Brew in its entirety. Oh. Yeah, I mean,
That's not a curveball, Jason. That's a knuckle curveball.
confused
Preston,
by the baseball references.
you played baseball, didn't you? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, we're both playing in the alumni game this year.
Okay.
For Alton. On
Separate sides,
teams.
though, yeah.
Whoa.
I'll be rooting for both of them. Preston.
Oh,
Either
it's like the Civil War, man.
either one of you,
This band-
either one of you guys pitch.
I'm not a pitcher.
I did
Hey.
in high school, but I won't.
I mean, at least to him.
Oh, maybe I'll come in for one. Yeah.
Hit a bomb, just hit a home run.
Oh, you're getting the high heat up and in. That's what you're getting.
if he does come up to pitch to you, you got to pull a Babe Ruth and point.
He's
It's gonna
gonna
work out. You're gonna look foolish, but
No,
it's
he's going
so
to throw
cool.
a run right down the middle, and then
he's gonna buzz you with a 55 mile an hour
55,
fastball.
yeah.
I'm going
I
to
got.
charge the mound.
55. Oh man. All right. Well, whew, now I that was fun. I was confused by the baseball talk, and now I'm titillated. That was, seriously, you guys are going up against each other in baseball. I don't think the band will be able to continue because there's going to be some hard feelings after this game, man.
I'm a competitor, so we'll see.
We've managed to stir up 3 band fights in 10 years on the air, so I'm just trying. I'm seeing if I can get one of you to swing on the other one right
Sounds like
now.
fun.
You tried that last time they were in, but they're such good people. I mean, they
I know.
just goes right off them.
It's hard to draw them to the dark side. I try, and they're just like, hey, whatever, dummy. So, Porch Cafe, that is the name of our guest.
Yes, and they're playing May 10th at the Franchise in Wood River, then at the formerly known Dewdrop Inn, now Beagle at the Junction, on the 17th, the 23rd at Baker's and Hale in Godfrey, and then the 31st of May at Roper's Regal Beagle in Godfrey. That's some good food on that list.
Yeah,
Right there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We
get
like
some-
to eat.
Yeah.
Well,
We talked about it on the last show that, a lot of times you get a few drinks if you're a band, but, we wondered if you could get, like, a steak, maybe. That'd be
I'd
like,
rather have that.
I agree, 100%.
We
Big
were
ol'.
talking to someone just last week. I think they're playing the Chop House at the
Right.
Pete Creeshaw.
Right.
And
We're
we're
like-
like, can you get a steak? Like, do you get a free steak when you play there? Because
It'd be way cooler than
Yeah.
drinks.
oh yeah, yeah.
She won't let us drink anyway.
not a lot. They can't drink a lot.
Well, makes sense.
They look dehydrated. I thought as soon as I thought, man, she's keeping them like veal, locked up, not moving much. Like,
That's why
I
I'm
know it makes the
cramping.
music
Damn.
sound better.
There's a
You can really hear the
basement.
loneliness in your music.
Apparently, there's a basement under the porch.
Apparently. Oh, yeah. She lets us have a sip of water. No. So, yeah, but seriously, we were talking with them when they said they were playing the Chop House. Like, wow, can you get a free steak when you eat there? Or when you play there? Because, like, that would be so awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and back in the day, back in the days when me and Brent used to hang out in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, like, that was the name of the game to me, was as soon as we were in a new venue, find the manager, Let them see me work and sweat, and then give them my sob story about how I'm a hungry kid, and you'd get a free burrito or pizza or something out of it. I mean, so a free steak sounds way better.
Yeah, and I was telling the story last week that I actually asked for some food one time at a gig because I didn't want to drink, and they're like, "No, you can have many shots as you want, but
but we can't give you this burrito.
Can't have a sandwich."
They're gonna give you shots on an empty stomach and then ask you to play for 4 hours.
Exactly.
That's 6.
It's like pick your poison.
If they give you enough shots, you don't realize it's quitting time. You just keep playing.
Or you quit because you can't. You can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I can't go any farther without a sandwich.
You need to sober up. Come on.
And a lot of people don't realize, and I'm going to bank all the sandwich band just because that's all we want is sandwiches. That's the whole point, man. Open sandwiches all over the place.
Have you guys played Fast Eddie's before? Jason, have you?
No, I haven't.
That's cool. They're opening it up to more bands.
This is my first time ever.
I think it'll be all of our first time.
Again, a free Fast Elwood on a stick. Yeah. Some of those shrimp
Side
for
of
free.
French fries. Oh, that sounds so good.
The burger sounds good.
I know, I'm starving.
That's June 20th for anyone who wants some Porch Cafe and some Fast Eddie's, right?
Yeah.
What do you get at the Robert Wadlow statue? I think they got food there, from what I remember.
Mexican taco.
Yeah, last year they had the taco place off of College Avenue next to Village Inn, Tequila Maya, I think it's called. They have brought like little. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I mean. I'm just thinking
Little
of
taco
tacos.
stand.
All I can think is I can just see the tacos. That's all I can see right now. Yeah, so they sold tacos last year, and it was good.
Yeah, it's too close to dinner time. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, I was going to say a little too much food talk.
You look like a taco. You look like a taco.
Why are you looking at me like that? I look like a turkey leg.
Yeah, pretty much is what I'm seeing.
Well, there you go. A good place to eat, the Porch Cafe. That's a good place to eat up some sounds.
Definitely some good coffee.
So earlier I did make the comment that your dad's porch was the original Porch Cafe. Did the band start on a porch?
Yes, my porch.
Your porch. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. All
Remember, it was COVID.
Yeah, it was during
Yeah,
COVID.
I do kind of remember that. I mean, there was a lot of that going on, and a lot of us never came back out. We just stayed home. I come out on Thursday nights, or I don't leave the house other than that night.
I don't even like to say that word. I feel like I cursed.
Yeah.
A real stone change.
I got to put a quarter in the swear jar every time I say it. So that's cool. So it did, because I do remember you saying that it was during the before time, back in the dark ages.
Back in the norm.
So was it sort of an acoustic?
Yeah. So during the everything was shut down. My brothers lived with me. My one brother came from Austin, and then my parents were selling their house, so they stayed with me for a short time while they were transitioning to new homes. And I had a really hard time with COVID. Sorry, I'm sure everybody did, but I had a really hard time. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do any musical performance, and that's what I do. I'm a performer, and I was like, ugh. So I asked my brother to come outside, and we did Phantom of the Opera, because that's what I originally do as classical.
Right.
And so everybody was bored enough. They loved it.
Nice.
And I just kind of came on from there. And then my dad approached me later and was like, you want to take your idea of Porch Cafe? And because I didn't know what to call it. I was like, today, because people started requesting stuff live on Facebook. So I was like, my brother had coffee, and I was like, well, today on Porch Cafe, because we were on my porch. So. And then
today on Porch Cafe, we're doing Jesus Christ Superstar.
People would just request, and we would just pick, okay, yeah, we'll do this one this week. And
nice.
Probably didn't sound great. It was on my Walmart cell phone, but there was nothing else to do.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, it was a tough time.
And there was a lot of that going on, of just putting phones up, and because you're trying to, at that time, just
stay connected with
something,
people.
yeah.
Something that feels somewhat normal.
Yeah.
Like you say, an effort to somehow stay connected
Connected
and
to
not just
everybody.
crawl in a cave and go, hey, I'll never see you again.
Yeah, so after that, my dad came to me. He's like, do you want to take your idea and make it into a cover band? And I was like, well, I guess. I don't know. So it was just, I just wanted to sing songs, and now here we are. LLC, 501, all these things.
Yeah.
All right, so
One of the best things to come out of that, right? Porch Cafe.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Now my follow-up questions. First of all,
Okay.
when your dad said, let's turn this into a band, did you say, you got to promise not to flip frogs anymore? No, I'm just joking.
There was a little bit of stuff like that. He's not that, but like, yeah.
So
You know my dad.
You started a bit acoustically. How much heart was you doing then? That'd be tough to do Barracuda acoustically. It'd be super awesome though.
It would be.
Like with a mandolin.
Crazy
or
on
something.
you.
That would be so cool.
We did Crazy on You acoustically
Nice.
then.
Kind of like a slower, more. I don't know. I'm just trying to picture like. I'm picturing like a mandolin and a banjo on the front.
Yeah,
That's
my-
a cool idea.
I don't know why. Let
The ukulele?
Go crazy on you.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
No, I don't know. When I said acoustically, and you said that, the first thing I pictured was like, wow, if they did Barracuda acoustically, I would be like, that's incredible.
My fingers.
My fingers are bleeding. Cool. So there you go, man.
Can we claim that you announced your heart tribute on our show?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You did.
wow.
Breaking
I would
news
prefer
right
it
here.
that way.
You heard it first.
Yep. Wow.
I didn't hear. What
I
was it
feel
again?
so special.
Hey, we broke news here before, man. This is we broke the news that I give fake news. Nobody knew that. until we said it. Nobody knew it.
That's the first true thing you've ever said.
I'm sorry. I want to recant that last statement. Consistency. If nothing, I'm consistent. No. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming down, and thanks for, man, you guys got a busy schedule. As he was reading that off, I'm like, oh, poor Preston. He's just not used to this. These kids don't work today like the old generation. He's going to be playing his video games. No, I don't know.
No,
He's
I'd rather be
basically a
outside.
grown man. Just in like 22 years old.
I
Yeah.
somehow sitting next to him, it's
Yeah.
like I'm sitting next to an 80-year-old. He's like, you got a butterscotch candy over there?
I do know what those are, so.
Oh, those are so good.
just in case you're wondering, CB stands for Citizen Band.
Okay.
Take that.
It is a
Run
low
with it.
frequency radio, low enough that the FCC does not control it.
Keeps you up to date with the fender benders and the Tijuana taxes and all them gals out there flip flopping.
We got any lizard lots got their ears on out there? No. I'm sorry. I'm going way too personal there. I've said too much. I'm sorry, baby. You know I love you. But I'm going to get some lizard lots on the way home.
That's from
Careful.
My poor wife.
that's from Wolf Creek Pass. Remember that song? That's a great trucking song.
I'm
Where
gonna
they're
let
coming
that
down the
one.
mountainside and the brakes go out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Man, that's just full of poetry in that one.
Yeah. I mean, Convoy's the one, always comes to my mind.
That's 'cause they say
personally, 'cause they say
Pigpen.
Pigpen a lot. He's talking about me. Oh.
They say Cottonmouth, too.
They do. They say Cotton. Hey, Big
Where we
Ben
got our
is
name
Cottonmouth. I love it.
Speaking of Cottonmouth, we've got all kinds of stuff listed there. You can find venues, bands, who's playing where for the entire year. So, you ever wondering, maybe you're up in Grafton checking out a band and wonder who's around the corner? So log on cottonmouth.org. It's right there, free.
I did it Monday night whenever the wife said, hey, let's go out to eat. I said, who's got live music? Pull up cottonmouth.org. And I knew in seconds who had live music.
It's good to know.
So
They
there
had
you
a
go.
guy
Worked
tell
out
me-
for me.
I had a guy tell me once, I don't like music at dinner. I'm like, well, go to my website and you know where not to go.
There you go. Plug yourself any way you can.
There you go. Hey, well, thanks again, Porch Cafe.
Thank you for having
We've
us.
got Olivia Levi, Jason McAtee, an 80-year-old Preston who he had to twice he had to get his little pill container out in the middle of the show.
Oh, yeah.
This is Thursday, right? I got to take the big one and a blue one. No, I'm sorry, Preston. As soon as they said you were old, when I looked at you, you got that look like you're an old soul. Like, you know, you
Grown man status.
Yeah, you've traveled around. Yeah,
I've seen some things. No, I'm kidding.
I've seen some things.
He's been to Red Flag.
I've been red.
He don't tell stories about it. He gets quiet when you bring it up, man.
We don't talk about those.
Lost a lot of friends at Red Flag, man.
You played Road to Point Fest too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
All the tough original gigs, man. He did them.
Yeah, and you know,
And then they played up at Grafton Pub quite a bit, right? Yeah.
doing originals.
A mix of both.
Mix it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Mix it up. Keep them guessing.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do. All right. There you go. Our guest once again, Porch Cafe.
Did we even mention the band was The Intrusion? Right, yeah.
That would be intrusive of us to do that. So,
Yeah, it was the intrusion.
Yeah.
no, I thought it was, Flip the Frog. I don't know. I don't know who it is.
Go back and check out
Flip the Frog with Jodie Foster.
past videos with Preston.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got more than Jason's got. I'm just saying.
Going back to high school before he had that scruffy look, you know.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, thanks again, guys, for coming down. Anybody wants to find out about all those gigs that were listed, because it was a bunch of them, so you can't say they're not coming somewhere near you soon. Website again?
PorchCafeBand.com.
PorchCafeBand.com, JasonMcAtee.com. That's scrub your browser if you go to that one. Let me tell you.
Got any,
have to update it now.
anything you want, you can go in there. I'm going to pull that clip out and just play it.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, that's a tough order right there. Anything you want, man. You're bold. That's a bold statement, my friend. I want Thunderdome, 2-minute or 1-man lead. Tina Turner as the Acid Queen. Oh wow, what a crazy movie. Anyway,
Hey, you know, we're so lucky to have Halpin Music let us do this kind of stuff every week. And Matt Van Vorst keeps paying his bill too. I mean, to sponsor this show, so we can.
So let's just say
He has sexy shirts. I'm just saying.
let's just say this: if you're going to get a musical instrument, your kid.
Sweetwater.com.
There's a link at Jason
For the free
McAtee.
candy, he means.
He's got a link at his website.
Head to Halpin Music. Thanks for 10 years of letting the jackassery continue to
I'm
both
pretty
Halpin Music and Matt Van Vorst of Macias Insurance. Big thanks to Porch Cafe. Thanks to you, Dennis.
Thanks
for
to
another wonderful
Halpin
week.
Music for sponsoring the Bud Summers, now Porch Cafe Festival.
Yeah.
Bailing you out
absolutely.
there, Jason.
We love those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
We're just
there you
messing
go.
around.
So everybody get out and see Porch Cafe, or whatever you're going to do. Definitely get out and support local music and art.